It's 5:31. I'm going to call the meeting to order. This is the annual reorganization meeting of the Union County Utilities Authority for the authority 2024. Madam Clerk, notice of compliance.
Notice was provided.
Yeah, roll call, please.
Well, let me first read the in accordance with the law of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Union County Utilities Authority has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule to the newspaper circulating within the county and designated to receive such notice. By posting said notice in the county courthouse, and by filing such notice with the office of the county. The roll call, Commissioner Eastman.
Here.
Commissioner Figueredo.
Here.
Commissioner Jackas.
Here.
Commissioner Holder.
Here.
Commissioner Khan.
Here.
Commissioner McManus.
Here.
Commissioner Racklin.
He's on mute.
Okay, he's here. Alternate Commissioner Alma.
I'm here.
Alternate Commissioner Scott Bay.
Present.
Vice Chairperson Scutari.
Here.
Chairperson Spahn.
Here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic
for which
for which
stands
stands
one
one
nation,
nation
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
with
liberty,
and justice for all.
Thank you. Proof of notice.
Notice was provided.
Okay, I'm going to ask at this time, I'm going to ask whether there is a nomination for the chairperson of the authority for authority year 2024.
Yes, Mr. Dowd, this is Commissioner McManus. I'd like to nominate once again Ray Spahn to chair the committee.
Okay.
Second, Khan.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, so is there a motion then to act on that nomination that was so provided?
So moved, Racklin.
Is there a second?
Second, Khan.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Eastman.
Yes.
Commissioner Figueredo.
Yes.
Commissioner Holder.
Yes.
Commissioner Jackas.
Aye.
Commissioner Khan.
Yes.
Commissioner McManus.
Yes.
Commissioner Racklin.
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Scutari.
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn.
Congratulations, Chairman Spond. The meeting's yours.
Very good. Thank you. I want to thank everyone for their support. We're going to move on to the next. Could I get a motion for the position of vice chair, please?
Yes, Chairman, I'd like to nominate Commissioner Scutari to vice chair the committee. This is Commissioner McManus.
May I get a second, please?
Eastman. Eastman second.
Got it.
Roll call, Commissioner Eastman.
Yes.
Commissioner Figueredo.
Yes.
Commissioner Holder.
Yes.
Commissioner Jackas.
Aye.
Commissioner Khan.
Yes.
Commissioner McManus.
Yes.
Commissioner Racklin.
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Scutari.
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn.
Yes,
Okay, motion.
very good. May I get a motion to the position of the treasurer, please?
No
Has anyone heard?
nominations?
For treasurer, I'll take the motion and, ask for the committee's approval for, Roy Eastman to be the treasurer, please.
I'll second it,
Scutari.
Racklin.
Okay. Commissioner Eastman,
Yes, I guess so.
Commissioner Commissioner Figueredo,
Yes.
Commissioner Holder,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackus,
Aye.
Commissioner Khan,
Yes.
Commissioner McManus,
Yes,
Commissioner Racklin,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scutari,
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Okay, could I get a nomination for position of secretary, please?
Yes, Chairperson, I would like to nominate Commissioner McManus for the secretary.
Can I get a second,
Racklin, I'll
please?
second it.
I'm sorry, who seconded?
Racklin, I'll second it.
Okay. Okay, Commissioner Eastman,
Yes.
Commissioner Figueredo,
Yes.
Commissioner Holder,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackus,
Aye.
Commissioner Khan,
Yes.
Commissioner McManus,
yes,
Commissioner Racklin,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scutari,
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Good, thank you. Congratulations, everyone. We got a lot of work to do this year. We put together. Thank you very much, everyone, for stepping up. Object number 7, committee assignments. May I get a motion on the confirmation of the committee assignments?
So move Scutari.
Second, Khan.
Commissioner Eastman,
Yes.
Commissioner Figueredo,
Yes.
Commissioner Holder,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackus,
Aye.
Commissioner Khan,
Yes.
Commissioner McManus,
yes,
Commissioner Racklin,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scutari,
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Very good. Moving on to number 8, minutes. May I get a motion to accept the minutes of the January 17th, 2024 meeting, please?
So move Scutari.
Eastman move. Or Eastman seconds.
Okay. Commissioner Eastman,
Yes.
Commissioner Figueredo,
Yes.
Commissioner Holder,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackus,
Aye.
Commissioner Khan,
Yes.
Commissioner McManus,
yes,
Commissioner Racklin,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scutari,
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Okay, next we're going to go to committee, staff, and council. But before we do that, John, our controller on.
Yes, I am, Commissioner.
Hey, John, could you briefly go over the bill payment and just, I would like you to highlight some of the highlights you talked to us at the finance committee earlier this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. I do also want to see if Linda, I know you were also prepared to cover a lot of those points, so I don't want to take those. So.
Go ahead,
Commissioner-
John. That's fine.
Okay. So from a bill list perspective, just a few highlights that I thought were key. We're going to page 2. One of the items that stood out was the shortfall payment. It's approximately $80,000. That was a very positive this year because we were initially projecting it to be around $200,000 based on past experience. So it was very positive that came down based on our mitigation and our efforts related to our tonnage assessments. Also, another big positive was the $3 rebate that we send to the 7 program towns. We budgeted $180,000 this year. So it's about a $15,000 savings there when we added up all the different rebates that we send to the town. And the third item I want to highlight was it's a great way to see the medical benefits payment difference. So in January, we had to pay $44,000 for our current medical benefits. With all the efforts here at the authority, we're able to reduce that and move to the state health benefit plan. And you can see that it's a little under $17,000. So it's about $27,000 of savings. So that's just a lot of the effort we've been putting in. I know Linda's going to share a little bit more on that more holistically at the authority. But a lot of positive news here.
Excellent. Thank you, John. I really appreciate that. And Linda, I'd like you to speak to the mitigation efforts in a little bit, if you could. I'd really like the commissioners to hear some of the things that have been done at that level, please. Okay, finance and budget met this evening. Do we have a report, please?
Yeah, finance and budget met this evening. We're looking for a motion of 7/2024 payment of bills and number 8/2024 designation of financial institutions.
Eastman moves. Second, Khan.
Okay, Commissioner Eastman,
Yes.
Commissioner Figueredo,
Yes.
Commissioner Holder,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackus,
Aye.
Commissioner Khan,
Yes.
Commissioner McManus,
yes,
Commissioner Racklin,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scutari,
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn.
Yes.
Okay, motion is approved.
Okay, thank you. I understand personnel, procurement, insurance met this evening. May we also get a report, please?
yes, Chairman, we met this evening. We have three separate resolutions that we have to introduce individually. The first one being R9/2024, adopting a list of qualified firms for the committee, for the authority. May I
So
have
moved,
a motion?
Scutari.
Second, Holder.
Okay, Commissioner Eastman,
Yes.
Commissioner Figueredo,
Yes.
Commissioner Holder,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackus,
Aye.
Commissioner Khan,
Yes.
Commissioner McManus,
Yes,
Commissioner Racklin,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scutari,
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
okay, the second resolution we're asking for approval is Resolution 10/2024, awarding contracts to professionals and consultants for the year 2024.
So moved, Scutari.
Eastman moves. Second, Eastman.
Commissioner Eastman,
Yes.
Commissioner Figueredo,
Yes.
Commissioner Holder,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackus,
Aye.
Commissioner Khan,
Yes.
Commissioner McManus,
Yes,
Commissioner Racklin,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scutari,
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn.
Yes.
Motion approved.
okay, and last for PPI is Resolution 11/2024, appointing Craig M. Dowd as the attorney for the authority from the firm Weber and Dowd.
So moved, Scutari.
Racklin second.
Commissioner Eastman,
I might need a second. Oh, no, yes.
Commissioner Figueredo,
Yes.
Commissioner Holder,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackus,
Aye.
Commissioner Khan,
Yes.
Commissioner McManus,
Yes,
Commissioner Racklin,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scutari,
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, thank you very much. Public information met this evening. May we get a report, please?
Yes, Chairman, we met this evening and we were seeking full approval of 12/24, adoption of the annual meeting schedule, and 13/2024, designation of official newspapers, and we can move them together.
move
Make a motion,
McManus.
Khan. Second, Khan.
Okay. Second Khan. Commissioner Eastman,
Yes.
Commissioner Figueredo,
Yes.
Commissioner Holder,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackus,
Aye.
Commissioner Khan,
Yes.
Commissioner McManus,
Yes,
Commissioner Racklin,
Yes.
Vice Chair Scutari,
Yes.
Chairperson Spahn,
Yes.
motion's approved.
Okay, moving on. Any new business we need to discuss this evening? Hearing none. Any public members for public comment tonight, Lisa?
I see no members of the public on this evening.
Okay, we have nothing to go into executive session. Report of committees and staff. Executive Director, can we have a report on that?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I would like to take a couple of minutes. First of all, thank you, congratulate you. Looking forward to working with you in the coming year, and to thank you for the support that you've given to me as well as the entire committee in my first year as the acting executive director, because I think we're all aware that while our mission hasn't changed in terms of being the implementing agency as for the solid waste management plan for the county, 23 was certainly a year of significant operational change. You may recall that at the end of 22, we had 16 employees, and by the end of 23, our staff total was 8 full-time. So that reduction meant that there was significant changes in functions by the existing administration and enforcement that needed to be reassigned to the existing personnel. So, and later this year, I will offer up a changed or proposed change for table of organization and some revised job descriptions. But for now, I just on the record really want to thank our existing staff, especially Lisa as the Deputy and Director of Administrative Services. She, along with Jeff and Suzanne and Dave for Nicola, there's been a good team, and I think we've worked together to really affect good change in a good way. And also to say we really are lucky to have such excellent professional help, especially Craig, who is our reliable, always go-to, and who gives us thoughtful legal advice. And so thank you, Craig, and to John Chufo. You know, we remember that Tom retired in June, and John came in as our comptroller from the Lurch, Vinci, and Bliss firm. And certainly his accounting and technology skills have been an enormous asset to us this past year in helping us reduce costs and improve efficiency. So much of what we have done, especially moving all the numbers around and organizing them, has been really as a result of a lot of the work that John has done. And all that's meant that there have been reduced costs. So I just want to take a couple of minutes to review because it was a busy year. As I mentioned, you know, our employees changed. This year, our salaries were budgeted for $810,000 as that's a decrease of $550 from the 22 actuals. Our medical benefits, as we discussed earlier, have seen a $200,000 reduction compared to last year. Just in our banking relationships, which you voted on tonight, making some changes there will also translate for us in terms of increased revenue. In 22, we actually took in about $100,000 in interest payments, and in 24, we're anticipating around $350,000.
Wow.
There have been other cost-cutting efforts, smaller things that you wouldn't particularly be aware of in terms of reducing our postage costs by performing a process assessment. We've reduced our amount of newspaper deliveries. We eliminated a printer. We converted over to Edmunds, which has finally just gotten started for our financial accounting and reporting records. Our pay periods went from once a week now to every 2 weeks. And then there's been a lot of enhancements such as electronic non-waste violation processing, using the technology for bills and collection. And so there's been it's been a constant process. And I just think that I wanted to make sure you were aware, because that couldn't have been done without the help of everybody working together. Certainly on the tonnage, which is something that Chairman Spahn spoke to and that he has been very involved with and has really stepped up in terms of leadership to kind of come in, because that whole issue of our shortfall that we anticipated of approximately 7,500 tons was quite a shock to us. But when we did the evaluation and found out that in the past what is it, out of the past 4 years, we've been short 3 times. So it kicked us into gear to looking at how to focus on that shortfall and increase the enforcement efforts, which we've also been working on. And so that, for instance, in 2020, we paid out approximately $235,000 for a $10,000 or 10,000 ton shortfall. This year, it's much lower. First of all, we reduced the shortfall proposed from 7,500 down to 5,000. We expected that was going to cost us around $200,000 based on the past. But because we contacted Covanta early and because of John's efforts in terms of working with them, they were able to mitigate the shortfall, which is their obligation, in a much more beneficial way. So that's where going for a budget of 200,000 was reduced down to a payment of less than 80,000, which is certainly a big win for us. The issue of enforcement is continuing. We work with Middlesex County, and they've been cooperative. They started checking haulers. We gave them a list. We learned from working with them a list of the haulers that come to us as well as go to them, and then gave them a list of our targets of who we think we're likely to be diverting, perhaps, because we're still trying to figure out how come we have less garbage when there are more people in Union County. And they worked with us to inspect waste, and they were able to identify a hauler with a partial load from Union County. That's not definitive all by itself, but it's interesting that then for January, as we talked about at our last meeting, it was the highest month of January tonnage for the last, I had said 5, but it's actually 7 years. So we're hoping that all of the combined efforts of sending letters out to the haulers to remind them that their garbage has to come here, working with the county, having them looking at trucks, working with the Middlesex County, that the word's getting out there that we're paying attention in a way beyond our standard and routine and important enforcement efforts, which consistently shows that there's no problem. All of I think it also to point out that our enforcement inspections increased 19% looking at January this year versus last year, which is impressive, I think, especially because we have that many fewer enforcement officers. We're down really to 3.5 that are actively out in the field. So it's about an increase of 78% when you look at the number of average inspections by each enforcement officer. That all helps. And so I hope you feel pleased and proud of the work that we've done in the last year. And just to say that that doesn't mean that we're done. Certainly the enforcement issues will continue. Chairman has made it clear he wants to have a quarterly meeting for us to reassess how we're doing on our enforcement and what are the possible avenues that we can use to improve it. Like I said, we'll do the table of organization and job descriptions as well as an update on our employee handbook, which hasn't been done in a full version in a couple of years. There's a big issue for us out there that we are going to be tackling with our MRFs, which I don't know how many of you are familiar, but that's the material recovery facilities. It's the place where type 13 loads go when they're recyclable. And we're supposed to be getting a residual from that. But it's of $29.12, but it's not really clear of whether or not we're getting our fair share, because it appears that the decision of how much is actually residual is made at the MRF. So we've got some work to do there because we think that there is a real opportunity to increase our revenue. And then finally, I would say that as you would recall, we have a team led by our financial advisor and bond counsel, and I expect that we'll be receiving an update from them in the next month or so regarding our financial structures and any possible adjustments. So I'm happy to answer any questions if there are any, to thank you again for all the support and for myself and the staff, and tell you that I think we're working well as a team. It's great. There's a lot of good energy here these days. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's it. That's what I got.
Thank you, Linda. Appreciate it. Great work to you and the team. It's absolutely paying off dividends for us. We can see in just the last month alone that, holding people accountable, and stepping up our efforts and making some small changes pays off big. So, again, thank you very much to you and the team. Job well done.
Thank you.
Any old unfinished business? Hearing none, is County Commissioner Granados on board tonight?
No, he's not.
Okay. I will entertain a motion for adjournment at 5:57.
So
So
moved.
moved.
All in favor?
Time.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good evening,
you.
everybody.
Thank you,
Evening.
everyone. Have a
Thank
great
you.
night.
Nice night.
Night.
Bye.